Hi guys, welcome to another video. I am completely irrational when it comes to luxury purchases. I can spend an absolute fortune on Hermes, on Louis Vuitton, on Chanel, whether it's bags, whether it's jewellery, costume jewellery, whether it's shoes, whether it's leather goods, small leather goods, whatever it is, I can spend a fortune and it is worth every single penny in my head. And then other things that are nowhere near the cost are completely ridiculous in my brain. I am literally so irrational. Let's get going. I have been thinking about this a lot recently. In some of the fashion houses, particularly the Hermes, the Louis Vuitton, the Chanel, the Dior, those sort of brands, if any of their bags are £2,000 or less, we've got this mindset that it isn't too bad, that it's entry level, that it is actually, I wouldn't say a bargain, but it's not a bad price. And I did a whole video on this saying, at what point did we get to that, where that actually is like a marker of something being reasonable or not too expensive, and it's just crazy. On top of that, I've just had a conversation with my gorgeous friend Gwenny. We all know Gwenny, we all love Gwenny from Style by Gwenny. I will link her below. And we were discussing how she had her own view on this, and I will leave that for her to tell you. But I was looking at a bag in the White Company. I love the White Company, particularly for bedding. Some of their cashmere is beautiful. And I was looking on their website and there was a raffia bag that was just a small little crossbody bag with a tan leather accessory, sort of with straps. And I just thought that would be really, really nice for holiday. I am going very shortly on a girls' trip. And I just thought a very inexpensive raffia bag that will look great when I'm abroad and will go with most things. But I don't want to spend the earth for one because we don't get the weather and I don't go away that often. I really don't. And I have a multitude of things to choose from. So I don't want to invest a fortune in a luxury raffia bag. And I saw this one in the White Company and I thought, wow, that looks really nice. It was £79. And I caught myself going, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous for a raffia bag. A high street raffia bag, £79. It should be £20 in my head. And I was chatting to Gwenny and I thought, what on earth? I have just bought my gorgeous Speedy 20. Yes, it's not a raffia bag, but it is just a canvas bag and it is Louis Vuitton. And I did buy this pre-loved. But in my head, I got this for in the region of, was it £1,000 or £1,100? And I thought I'd gotten an absolutely fabulous deal. I've saved £500 on retail of this. So I am absolutely thrilled with what I've paid for this. Over £1,000 for a bag of a similar size to the one in the White Company. They're completely different things. I know the other one's raffia, but if we have a look at some of the fashion houses, particularly Loewe, probably Prada, they do some really beautiful raffia bags. Fendi do some. They are all a fortune and I don't want to invest that amount of money in one. But in my brain, £79 is ridiculous for a White Company one. And I just said to Gwenny, I said, I'm totally irrational. £1,000, yeah, not a problem at all. It's a Louis Vuitton bag. I think that's actually a really good price. £79 for a really nice bag on the high street, ridiculous. So I think where I'm going with this is that I can be very irrational. Or is it that I am actually not irrational and it's just I see the worth in certain things and not in other things? And that's, I suppose, how it should be. So I've got a few other examples of things that are pretty irrational or maybe sensible, who knows. This is the Calvi card holder from Hermes. This is absolutely beautiful colour. This is the colour anemone and it is in Epsom leather, and inside it is cactus. So this was a customizable one that you could do online, and I got this a few years ago. I'm trying to think how long ago, 2 or 3 years ago probably. And yes, I could choose the colour of the interior and the exterior, and then I could have it stamped and personalised. So I had a Deb, for obvious reasons. And this was in the region, I'm trying to think, I'd have to look back, but I think it was in the region of about £200. They are more than that now. They are nearing 300, I think. And I don't know even if you can do the customizable ones anymore, but I will have a look. I think that for a absolutely beautiful piece of luxury from one of the top brands in the world, Hermes, one of the most beautiful brands of leather, and yes, it's not made in China, just putting it out there, but let's say this was £200. £200 seemed a really good price for this for me, because it's a functional piece, something I'm going to use every day. It's that little piece of luxury from one of my favourite ever brands. The colours are just stunning. I just thought it was an absolute bargain. And then I got to thinking, how irrational. This is literally, you can see how it's made. It is one piece of leather that is literally folded over. It's got a little bit of glazing on here. It's folded over into this envelope style, and then it's got the poppers to keep it down. That is it. It's literally a tiny, tiny piece of leather. Yeah, I think that that is an absolute great buy. I don't know. Sometimes I do think that I am losing my mind. Costume jewellery, bracelets in particular. I don't often, I've just got a hair bobble here. I don't often wear a lot of bangles or watches because I am at the gym all the time and they just get in the way, and I end up having to take them off. And because I'm there so often, I end up just not bothering to put them back on. So I don't wear them that often. Yet, for some reason, I believe that having something like this, so this is the petite malle version of the little canvas bracelet that is from Louis Vuitton, and all it is, it's got obviously, hopefully that's coming up, it's got the little petite malle, and then it just clips together like that, and it is absolutely beautiful. But it is literally a tiny piece of canvas, of coated canvas. It's got a little bit of leather on the back and a tiny bit of hardware. There isn't anything special. It is probably brass, and it's probably just gold coloured, and it will probably tarnish. Let's just face it, it probably will. But for some reason, again, it's a little piece of luxury that I really like. And I think this was in the region of, I think this was 200 and something. And again, this was a present actually, so I didn't buy this. My husband actually chose this for me. But what can I tell you? For some things, it's just irrational. I mean, how can that be worth 200 and something pounds? It's literally a tiny, tiny bit of canvas. But I love it. So if I love it, does it matter? So now I've got this out, I may as well put this on. I actually do really like it, I do. But again, completely irrational. And then Hermes. Now I have got four of the click clack bracelets. So I'm going to show you these. So I've one of the thicker style one. Is this the click H? One's the click clack and one's click H. I don't know. So this is the black with silver in the thicker style, and then I have a white with palladium hardware, and then have a black with gold hardware to cover all bases. And then this is my absolute favourite. This is my favourite one. So this is navy blue into lilac with rose gold. And just look at the colours on this. I absolutely love this. So I'm just going to put this on because I can, and I love it. So why do I think that these are worth the money? They don't actually go together, but I don't care. I love it. These are 400 and something pounds now. Now, to be fair, they weren't that amount when I bought any of these, but why I think I need 4 of them in different variations when I don't wear bracelets that often, I don't know, but I love them. And much as I think it's irrational, I also think that, again, this is just a really nice little piece of luxury. It's just simple. I like the enamel. I've worn these a lot, and so far they haven't tarnished, they haven't scratched too much. I actually do really like these, so yeah, I'm going to continue to wear them. But to some people, those things are absolutely crazy amount of money. Also, I just wanted to mention the Chanel Wok. I have absolutely loved this, and I have used this so much. Not as much more recently since I got the mini in the beautiful dark teal colour, but the wallet on chain, yes, it is a wallet on chain, but it is a mini bag. You can fit in a reasonable amount in this. Honestly, it does fit in more than you realise, because you can actually open this out, and it is a bag. I use it as a bag. So when you look at one of these in Chanel and you go, these are now 2,000 something, are they, for some of them, they're sort of nearing the £3,000 mark. That is just ridiculous for a wallet on chain. It's just crackers, absolutely crackers. This was about 1,500 when I bought it, which at the time was a really ridiculous amount. Now it's nearly double that. That is in quite a few years though. I still think that these are a crazy amount of money. However, in terms of Chanel and how some of the bigger bags are 4,000, 4,500, even for mini versions of bags, but they're not classed as a wallet on chain. For any bags that are bigger than that, in any capacity, even if they're not as beautiful as this, they are 5,000, 5,500 and upwards. Obviously classic flaps they're a different thing to this, but they start now at 8,000 something. The world has gone mad. So it makes this appear to be really good value. It's really good value at nearly £3,000 for a wallet on chain. But that is what these things cost now. So we have the choice whether to pay it or not. Would I buy another wallet on chain? Possibly. I possibly would, because I just think they're really gorgeous. And I have used this a lot. I really, really have. So I don't really need another one. We've gone well past need, haven't we? But is that irrational of me to say that I still think that the wallet on chain is a reasonable buy when it comes to luxury bags, if you class it as a bag? I don't know. I do think sometimes I think it's just I am irrational, and other times I think no, we just all make our choices. I have a real problem spending a lot of money on Loewe and Bottega bags, much as I know the quality is insanely good in both of them, much as I know that the designs are beautiful and I do gravitate to them. The Andiamo bag, absolutely. How many times I go and try that bag on? £4,000, 4,090 is it, for the medium size, which is the one I really like. I will not pay that for a Bottega bag. There's something in me that says that is ridiculous. If that was 3,000, I would have bought one ages ago. But no, 4,000, that is just ridiculous. Whereas 4,000 for, I don't know, 7,000 for this, oh, that seems like a bargain. Obviously not a bargain. It seems you accept it because of the branding. I don't know. Part of it is branding, part of it is marketing, part of it is just how we feel about these things. And I think in essence, what I am trying to say is that you decide what you want to buy, and what is worth it to you will not be worth it to somebody else. For you, you may think £3,000 on a wallet on chain is a good buy. You might not think it's a bargain, but you are happy to pay it. Somebody else, a friend, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever it is, may spend that amount on some sporting equipment, or I don't know, a crazy holiday, or a watch, or some jewellery, or something else that you might think that's ridiculous. They may spend £300 on a bottle of wine because they are a wine connoisseur and they love wine. To me, that would be absolutely ridiculous, because I don't really drink and I don't see the value in it. And it's something that you drink and it's gone. So I don't really get it, but that's not for me then, but it might be for you. So I think all I'm saying is that all of these things may be irrational to somebody else, but to us, it makes sort of sense. Anyway, do I buy the raffia bag from the White Company? Let me know what you think, because I think it's really nice. £79. £79. The world has gone mad. Or I have gone mad. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.